You know, I neglected to put in the YouTube sheet on the manual, and part of our edits the next go around, revision 1A.1a, we will we'll add that. There's a few things. YouTube's kind of a minefield, it seems like, within the agency as far as what you can do, what you can't do. We're just sticking again towards incident-specific stuff, whereas Chris has a little more knowledge on what the WO or the WO requires as far as captioning and whatnot for on the actual video itself. But just to sign up for a YouTube channel, it's real easy. You just actually use your Gmail, your Google account, go to youtube.com and click on sign up. It's pretty easy. Once you do that, you have a YouTube presence, and you can start uploading videos. And I'm not going to get into how to edit video because that's a whole other minefield. But once you get your, what I normally do is I'll take raw video, meaning just the raw stuff. I don't edit a lot of it unless I'm doing some kind of nice presentation. Then I'll go into like Adobe Premiere, which is Premiere Elements, which is a basic photo editor that Adobe provides, or even Movie Maker that's installed on every Windows laptop or PC, and you can import video from your camera into that if you have the proper hardware, software, or hardware. But most of my videos I've shot with a regular digital video camera, and I'm able to plug it into my USB port and download it. That's kind of the way the technology is today. You don't need a special card or cable, but you just plug it into your USB port and download it, or a FireWire. This is kind of the front end of what a page would look like. This is my own page that I use for videos. And occasionally I'll use incident videos to share because I don't have an access to another medium. On the Station Fire, we had our own YouTube channel that we created, and we actually got so much traffic, YouTube kept sending us messages to sign a contract to start selling advertising to make money on our videos that we posted, which is kind of an interesting thing. We could have subsidized maybe coffee or something like that in camp. But yeah, people love the videos, and in fact, the media will pull them down and use them right away. I do that at home. If I'll shoot some fire scenes and then upload them to YouTube, and the Phoenix media will take it up and use it. We did that on this last Operation Winter Storm video from that Bree McGee shot from an airplane, a recon flight, and a couple of stuff from Black Hawk helicopter. So. They used it right away as soon as we posted it, and they put it online on their sites. So it's a good tool to show your audience what's going on on a certain fire. The nitty gritty behind the YouTube is how to upload a video once you have your YouTube channel set up, and it's pretty self-explanatory how to set it up. You just pick a username or a screen name, if you will. I use my website name, Fireground. And once you have your video packaged the way you want it, or if you're just going to do raw, meaning, I think this gives you up to 2 gigs in space per video. It doesn't limit you how many videos you have. It's pretty basic. You just hit upload, find your file. The only thing is you got to have the bandwidth to support it. So if you're on dial-up, it's going to take a year or two to do, a 15, 20 meg file or a 50 meg. So you want to be cognizant of that, or maybe you need to wait till you get to a high bandwidth area in camp or somewhere else, because it could just eat your lunch and keep uploading, and the internet could go down in the middle of the upload. And, some of the pitfalls of uploading videos. And then you also have these little auto share features. Once your video is packaged, uploaded, you can have it sent to your Facebook account or page automatically, and then also send out a tweet that a new video has been uploaded.
And you just click on that link?
Yeah, click on the link, and it asks you to connect to your Twitter feed. I personally don't have it set up that way yet, because I like to create my own tweets about stuff instead of YouTube has posted a new video, come check it out. I want to put a little descriptor.
So explain it. The difference is if you write it, you can say the station fire is, excellent new photos of progress on the something,
Right.
and put it up, as opposed to the generic like InstaWeb or YouTube tweet.
Now you can also hyperlink that YouTube URL.
That's what I'd like to do.
And you can actually do that in InstaWeb.
Exactly. And then you can also connect to Google Reader, because once you create a YouTube channel, it'll create an RSS feed that you can import into Google Reader or promote to your audience, so they can grab the feed. And so anytime you upload a new video, it pops up on Google Reader automatically. And again, not a lot of people use Google Reader that are just regular Joe Blow public citizens, but people who are web savvy, the media uses it, and they use other aggregators to pull RSS feeds. So, like on InstaWeb, they'll KTLA in Los Angeles use the RSS feed from the InstaWeb. Pull down my videos. It will give you the back end of the YouTube site, your personal area, where you can preview your movie by hitting play or edit. And what edit does, it'll bring up the screen. You can actually add more information, a description that'll be launched into Google or search engines. Tags are important. If you want your audience to be able to find a video or find your product, add as many tags as you can, like winter storm, Navajo Nation in this case, aerial photography, the photographer's name if you want to do that, or your agency, all that kind of stuff. So when somebody does a Google search, this will pop up in the Google search. And then they're going to ask for a category. I put mine in news and politics, since it is news. And I don't know about politics, but I won't get into that. And then the date the video is taken. Sometimes the actual movie, if it's a digital video, it'll have the date embedded in it, so it'll fill in automatically. And then it'll give you a map location. Similar to Picasa web albums or Picasa photos, you could put in where this video is taken, a general area. And then all the little privacy stuff, you could have it private, viewable up to 25 people. I do that with my other YouTube account for my sharing videos of my kid, my wonderful little girl, which I'll show you later, or you've already seen. But and then you can moderate it by allowing comments, allow only friends who have YouTube accounts add comments, or don't allow comments at all. I've never run into any problems with YouTube as far as weird comments goes, but we only used it on incidents since last year, or 2 years ago. And then you can get into the weeds here as far as embedding goes. You could, yes, external sites can embed your video, meaning that, say, Channel 5 in Phoenix could take the code from YouTube and put it on their website. Syndication, a lot of the new DVRs, the digital video recorders that you have in your homes, or TiVo, if you will, has a YouTube feature now, where you could actually watch movies on YouTube from your TV. And it actually looks really good. It's really clean. So this button allows you to let people watch your movies on your TV, on their TVs. So, and then audio swap. I haven't dealt with audio swap too much, actually at all. you could actually add music to the track. Some cases it's free, some cases you have to pay for it, and then it'll select the best music towards your video as far as sound goes, as far as tempo and stuff. I've never really used it. I don't see us using it on an incident.
You can import audio too, once again, right?
Yeah, and importing audio is kind of tricky, not because it's hard to do, it's just because you have licensing issues. If you're going to play Fire on the Mountain, yeah, probably not worth it.
But if it's your own stuff, I mean, like if it's a track you recorded
Yeah.
yourself at home.
Yeah, if personal, or if it's, the Forest Service band, if they're, I don't know if that's open source stuff.
I don't know.
The Fiddle and Foresters.
Fiddle and Foresters.
Fiddle and Foresters. I've seen that.
These guys rock.
So, Eric,
Yeah.
when you do a video and you make it public, does it have the typical where you see the video and you see all these other types of videos that you can think on the side?
Yes.
Or does it do it cleanly so you only view that video and nothing else distracting what you're showing?
You can do either or. And I'll show you how to set up your front page here in a little bit. It's actually really
Okay.
easy and clean. You can have your main channel that has all your videos on it as thumbnails, or you can just select one video and tell people just to go to this address, and it goes to that one video page, if you will. And there's other ways to set it up, and it's pretty easy.
Yeah, that would certainly be the way that I would want to set up anything. One of our neighboring fire departments put up some fire safety information, and this was like 4 years ago when it was fairly new to everybody. And they had their video going, and then on the side they had other little small thumbnail videos going, and there were gals undressing, and there were people, partying and all kinds of stuff. So it just, I would
Yeah.
avoid that kind of.
Yeah, for sure. I don't think you can get away with that, get away from that too much. Even on the single video page, you're going to have related videos on the side, and
Oh, you are?
yeah,
Okay.
but you can watch it as its own little window as well. We'll play around with that here in a second. Annotations is the next little feature. I don't really use this too much. And you can put little captions on the video, or like a cartoon bubble, things like that. I have not had the reason to do that, but you sure can. So.
Let's just talk for a second about captioning.
All right.
There's a couple things here. A lot of the issues with social media has been 508 compliance, and some of those are still being worked on. And in an effort to truly be respectful of the need to be compliant, without being ridiculous, which sometimes it just gets ridiculous. Luckily, they have it here, captioning on YouTube. There is also a thing called CaptionTube. The address is not, there it is. It's not CaptionTube.com. It's
CaptionTube.appspot.com.
So I suggest go to Google and type in CaptionTube and do it that way. It's under beta testing. I'm still working with it, learning how to use it. But my suggestion is caption your own video every time you can. I mean, it's the right thing to do, and to make the effort. I did spend some time. Many of you know that Joe Mead was the forest soup on the Chugach National Forest in Alaska, and I found myself on a long flight with him back from D.C., and we had a long talk about social media and captioning and 508 compliance, and he's blind. And his comment was that he said, you don't have to caption everything. The requirement is that you caption things that aren't available somewhere else. For instance, if you're just flying over, it's just a video of flying the fire, you don't have to make up a caption for it. video captioning. You might have a caption under the video, whatever, but a description of it, but you don't have to caption it. If it's, for instance, your ops guy, you do a little 2-minute where he's essentially saying what's in the press release, you don't have to caption it. I mean, it's in the press release. It's when it's new information or things that you can't get somewhere else is when it has to be captioned. Now, I probably would caption the ops guy because I probably wrote it for him, and it's simple enough to import it into the caption thing and put it on. So I say make every effort you can to caption it. Now, I did talk to the people in the Washington, in the Office of Communications, Katie Armstrong, if you know the name, and I asked her what was the official, this is on fires, so I asked her what was the official Forest Service way, and she said, well, here's the plan, is when you have access to YouTube now, you can't actually put anything on it. I guess you can just watch YouTube videos all day, but you can't actually use it. There is going to be a USDA site and a Forest Service site for you to put things up. And the process would be you would send it up to Washington. They would close caption it if you hadn't. They would watch it for appropriateness, and they'd send it back to you. And her comment was the turnaround time was 2 weeks. I said, well, obviously that's not going to work on a fire. She said, no. We recognize that, but for those of you on Forest who want to use it, when they're finishing it. Katie Armstrong is the contact in the OC who has her finger on this, and for you to use YouTube to post things that are really useful to your forest, there will be some turnaround time. There's no way around that. But on fires, it's kind of it's a different thing. And like I said before, on fires we're interagency. There's not a logo of your agency with the forest on this thing. I suggest you stay away from putting logos on any of these. Leave them generic. Leave them the station fire or whatever your fire is. If you make up your own logo or want to use a flame or something, go ahead, or pictures. But caption everything that you can. You're less likely to get in trouble if you've got it captioned and you've made the effort. We do have options, and we'll go over that after we're done here with YouTube. Katie Armstrong in the Washington office, when I asked her what we should do about it when we needed one right now, because I needed it last summer, and I said, what about the My Fire Videos site on Lessons Learned Center? And I told her, I said, it's at NAFRI, it's at Lessons Learned Center, which are sort of quasi-government, freestanding, but seen as the fire place to do stuff. And she said she thought that was the perfect workaround. So, in my view, she's never going to put it in writing, but that's good enough for me. And, I'll use either YouTube or My Fire Videos. And for those of you who haven't used it, we'll have Steve Romero and Jonetta are both here from NAFRI, and we'll walk through how you put things up on My Fire Videos. And that may be for the time being, until the Forest Service gets its things straight in the Washington office, that may be a workable answer for you. But closed captioning is not that hard. It does take some practice. And know that on YouTube, I didn't know this, I kept captioning it and never saw it on my video. I kept watching it. It wasn't there. There's a button you have to click at the top that people who obviously can't hear know about. When they click it, the caption appears. So be aware that if you try it and you can't see it, you might have to press that button. So, any questions about? I mean, I'm not telling you this is the way to do it or anything that's okay. I'm just saying this is my experience, and you have to decide for yourself how you want to do this. But
how do you do it through YouTube?
You can use it under annotations or captions and subtitles. Captions and subtitles is probably what you do, and you just click on it, and it walks you through how to. It gives you a start time and an end time. Like, say you have a bunch of free fire video and then a guy talking in the middle and you only want it to run from this time to this time while he's talking, you put those times in and it puts the caption there in your video. And it's fairly intuitive. It takes a little practice to get used to, but it's worth practicing.
And is it accurate?
Yeah, you type it.
You're typing.
Yeah, it doesn't. No, this is. That's a good point. This is not a listen to it and it writes it for you. You have to type it in. So that's why I say if you're writing something for your IC or your ops guy to do, you probably have it already in writing and you just drop it in. There are other programs that are supposed to listen, but ours are fairly short. Another thing that I've experienced with YouTube is if we want to talk about cameras, I know people have talked about the flip camera, and the flip camera's nice. There's another one that's about the same size. The problem I have with the flip camera is it only has a 2 gig memory, and there's internal, and there's no way to add external memory. And since I never know how long I'm going to be out or how much video I'm going to shoot, I got, there's one called a Kodak ZI6. And it's the same size. It fits in the breast pocket of your fire shirt. It's, you know, it's the size of my BlackBerry. This is what I'm filming with right now. It's very simple. Turn it on, push the red button. You push another button and the USB port comes out. And the nice thing is the proprietary software that comes with it. If you film a 2-minute video of fire out of the helicopter and you don't need to edit, flip open the button, stick it in your computer. It says, do you want to upload to YouTube? You say yes. You sign into your account and it puts it on. And it allows you to do all the keywords, and it's very quick if you don't have to edit. So it's called a Kodak Z like zebra, I like incident 6, the number 6. It has a memory card slot and it runs on AA batteries. So anyway, just a suggestion if you're looking for a video camera that uploads directly to these kinds of places.
What's the cost?
It costs about, this one was $126, and my understanding is the flip is up to $200 now. So it's cheaper.
Name it again, Kodak.
Kodak, and the number is Z like zebra, I like incident number 6. It may be more now. I don't know, but it shoots in high definition, a lower quality high definition, takes still pictures, and then does VGA, which is a lower quality. But when you're shooting for the web, VGA is fine, and that's good enough for web quality. So, any questions about those things?
Nice.
No, Eric, I have a question about between the two the videos that you had up there. I remember the first one, the distillery fire.
Yeah.
It was the air recon video. I remember that what we did on that incident was we sent the camera with operations. They took it from the helicopter, and then they brought the camera back to us, and then I was the person who was trying to download it onto my computer, and it was the first time I'd ever done that. It was Video Hell for Beginners, and it was apparently proprietary software, and it was very confusing. So now I'm interested in seeing, you were there at that incident, and now your other one with the storm, did you use a different, what was the difference between those two films?
Well, the camera that the Forest Service had at the time was a specialized digital high definition video camera. It has a memory stick instead of a tape, and it had proprietary Panasonic software that you had to get the CD from the box to use, and it was a real plumber. We downloaded the software from the website and tried to do it, and didn't have the license code and all that kind of stuff. So it's one of those deals where you want to get your ducks in a row pre-season as far as video stuff goes and get your software right. Or, in this case, it was somebody else's camera, and they didn't have the box with the software in it. So it was kind of a weird situation. This last one I just shot, or actually Bree shot with my camera. It's a Sony digital video camera, and I've got all the cables for it, and you don't need special software for it. You just plug the camera into the computer, and the computer controls the camera. It's part of the Windows XP through Movie Maker, and also my Adobe editing software. But in this case, we didn't even edit the video. It was nice and short, and it was a good clip. And
That's one of the things is that I found that if you really want to make it quick, shoot in 1 to 2 minute increments and then stop it, and then go again and stop it. Then you don't have to edit, and it saves you a lot of time. You can just plug it in and upload it.
Self-edit.
Yeah, and one thing to note, somebody told me this, a video guy I met on an airplane. I spend a lot of time on airplanes, I've run into people, but this guy said the weird thing is the cameras are made for downloading by QuickTime, which is not Google, but all the programs that you want to put it in are Google-based, which is why they never match up for what, like my camera shoots MOV files, and what you need is WMV or AVI files. that's because two different companies shoot either end of the process. So there is a thing that I highly recommend. It's called Any Video Converter. It's free to download. They also have Any Audio Converter if you needed to convert audio files. But anyvideoconverter.com, or you go to Google and put in Any Video Converter. I'm sure there's a ton of others, but it's a free download. Very simple to use. You open it up, you say grab my video, and you grab the video from your camera, and in no time at all it converts it, and then you can use it in anything. With simply. So I went through a lot of pain to find the way to do that, and that was my answer.
So there. Yeah, and if you're gonna, you don't want to start learning how to use your video camera and stuff on an incident.
Yeah.
When you really need it, you kind of want to play with it pre-season or at home or on an airplane.
Or I recommend I started a family one, and then would videotape my kids at Christmas or on their concerts at school, and then I would go back and learn how to edit and then upload it, and and then my parents could go see it on YouTube too, so it served two purposes. But I practice with something, a family account or something like that.
So that's kind of the back end of your video. And then now the kind of the design, if you will, of your channel. This is just my preference, but you can change the layout. If somebody goes to my YouTube channel, this is what they see. The recently uploaded videos. Favorites, you could favorite a video and they appear on the side of your page, but you can move that around. And then recent activity, pretty straightforward, and then your profile information. But you can go in and edit. Once you set up your channel for your incident, you can go in and edit your name. You can do XYZ Fire. And you could put in a counter of total views per video. That's always nice to know. And my age, don't look at that.
That old?
Yeah, I've got 12 subscribers who follow me, and then all that kind of stuff. I don't usually put in my personal information, but and then the agency website.
Did I miss it? Did you already tell how do you set up your own channel?
Yeah.
Okay, I missed it. Never mind.
So once you set up the channel, is it just showing your videos, or can other people add stuff under that?
They can. No, they can't contribute to your channel. Only you can. But you could, if they set up their own channel, their own video presence or YouTube presence, you can go and make favorites out of there, and they'll appear on the side here. You could change the layout the way people want it, just to thumbnails by clicking the little thumbnail button on the upper right here. These are all the folks. These are all my videos that I have currently, and then my favorites again. There's picked a horrible color on the screen. And then settings, edit channel settings, themes and colors. Again, channel tags. That's what I use for my tags, so they're searchable online. Channel type. It's musician, guru, reporter. I just put YouTuber because I'm not any of those. Themes and colors. You can change the color at will. It's a nice little blow your eyeballs out color to generic. This is probably what you want. I'm not, like an ADA compliant channel for colorblind or even gray. I'm not sure if these are all 508 compliant as far as colors go, but you can do it. And then as far as modules go, modules are the little boxes you see, like the uploads and then the friends or favorites. You could unselect those and they'll disappear from your page. This is under modules in that top toolbar under edit channel, or next to edit channel. Once you're in your page, recent activity, I keep them all up there, but that's my personal. But you could disable people from commenting, from seeing your friends that are subscribing to you. I mean, your friends or your subscribers. Subscribers mean that as soon as you upload a new channel or a new video, it'll appear on their video page, their YouTube personal account or personal page as well. So that's it's kind of like Facebook. You know, when you update Facebook, it'll update on everybody else's page or Facebook account. And then groups, I don't use groups that much, but it's enabled. You could have a bunch of like-minded people in one group to share videos and do a little talk and share text and comments and stuff like that. So it's kind of the ins and outs. Videos and playlists. This is that question that came from out there in Video Land. You could do player view, which is what I've selected, where the most recent video comes up, or you could do grid view, which will have it just thumbnails in a grid pattern. So, and then my featured content is all my stuff. So you play around with it. It's or you just leave it to the defaults. Featured video means the video that's up in front and present when people log into your YouTube channel. And I chose the most recent video. I haven't been too creative lately since Station Fire. So, we had our own Station Fire video page, and I could go to that too, but since I have admin rights to this still, I'm using this. But I uploaded those videos to mine, and they're all public domain. Anybody can grab them. Any questions out there? Again, it's another play it, play with it, and tweak around with it, and find out the bells and whistles you like. And there's no real rule of thumb as far as how your Facebook channel goes. As long as if you're going to post videos, just do the captioning if you can. And again, you don't have to caption fire burning and mountain, that type of stuff. You just do wordage. It's a technical term for talking to people.
Any questions out there?
All right, cool.
Okay, why don't you, if we're done with YouTube, why don't you, Steve, could you tell them where to bring up?
Oh, yeah.
It's myfirevideos.net.
Okay.
We'll go over the MyFire videos and how to use it. I assume you have some account you can tap into to show them how it's...
Yeah.
Because I have a question. Last year there was, I forget, some fire in Alaska.
Website. We actually just launched this version of MyFire videos in the last couple of weeks, so it's still pretty new. Got a little bit of a different look and feel to the old one. This is our landing page. When you come in, it's going to have the most recently uploaded video over here in this area. And then it links all of our videos to documents in our library that are in a similar category, that have similar tags. We have them broken down. Lost the mouse. There it is, okay. We've been broken down into categories.
Mission of the Wildland Fire Leadership Development Program.
Sorry about that.
Hold on.
So you can come in here and find out, whatever it is that you're looking for. Firefighter Remember This videos. And if you submit videos to this website, we'll categorize it for you. We'll put it into wherever we think it's the most appropriate. All videos are available to watch, like a basic version of YouTube. It doesn't have as many features, but it's getting there. And as far as the closed captioning goes, we're integrating a new search tool that's going to index all of the videos that we upload and listen for audio content, create a transcript, and that'll be available for search and for closed captioning. They'll do it automatically. And they said it's like 95% accurate, so it won't be perfect, but it'll be close enough where it overcomes the biggest hurdle in getting that FOIA compliance met. So if you want to come in and upload a video, we have a link up top. And the account that it uses is the same as your MyFire community account or your Team Center account. And if you don't have one, it gives you a quick link.
But isn't it, my understanding was if you have a team site, you automatically get a MyFire video account.
Yeah, it's already created. It's just the same
You
login
just-
information.
Okay. So if you don't, if you're a forest and you want to get one,
Yeah, you just click sign up now and go in and create
As long
your-
as you have an account, you don't have to. As long as you can get on My Fire Community or on the team site at all, you can now do the video stuff.
okay, so I'm just trying to clarify, for those people who don't have one and want to use it, you need to get some sort of,
So there's a link down here at the bottom that's sign up now, and it'll take you to myfirecommunity.net where you'll create the account.
okay.
And it'll just walk you through the process. So, log in. But you log in and it asks you.
So we could compress this link and drop this in as a hyperlink also, right?
Yeah.
Oh. No. You can cancel.
It's not letting you go through when I click cancel. Sorry, new computer here.
I have that same password. Dot.
One year.
Oh, you're in Firefox, you can't get into it, right? You need internet?
Oh no, you can just
Oh, okay.
browser. So it's come in here. You enter in just the basic title, your description, and then we'll. This is the administrative version. And we'll select the category, and we won't enable it until we've looked at it. So there's no inappropriate content going on. And this limit that it says up here of 25 megabytes is not actually true. It's actually a time limit, and so it depends on how fast your internet connection is and how big of a file you can put up.
What's your turnaround time on redoing the video so that it's available?
If you called us and said we need this done in 5 minutes, we could look at it right away. Otherwise, we'd probably look at it once or twice.
Who's us? Is that you directly?
It's me or Brenda or Dave. It's one of us getting on there looking at the videos. So
Even on weekends?
no.
Yeah, so do it before the week.
Well,
So you
what
have
kind
to-
of service is that?
You have the same service as IncyWeb that so
No, that's just not.
nights and weekends were closed.
Yeah, if you gave us advance notice, we could get anything out of it at any time. So
We'd like your home phone and your home email.
Your bank account number?
We'll have a deputy stop by your house.
So yeah, once you upload it, we'll go ahead and enable it, and then it'll probably show up as the most recently uploaded video on the homepage, and it'll also be nestled into our categories. So
And then where do you go to see the hyperlink that you put the link on IncyWeb?
right here we have share, which is how you can find the information to give out the link or send an email with the link in it to anyone that you want to.
Can you download a video off of your site?
Yeah. All of the videos we convert them to Flash, and we give you the option of either downloading the Flash version that we have up or downloading the original version. And when we convert the video, we make it a little bit lower quality so that it doesn't eat up as much space. But you can download it in the original full-size video that you want.
This historic, this vintage film.
So Eric, Picasa, can you put videos on that too, just to upload it to your Picasa page and
Yes.
you can make that public?
Mhm.
So that's another workaround that you don't have to get permission. Can you caption in that?
I don't think you can caption it in Picasa.
Can you attach like a text file?
Oh, actually, you can caption in it, but it doesn't scroll. It's just one long paragraph.
Categories.
And they said for 508 compliance, it has to actually appear on the picture. It can't be a caption below the picture. To be really technical, although Katie Armstrong said, hey, if you've made the effort and it's there, even if you put a Word document next to it to show what it was, then you're pretty close. But technically, for real 508 compliance, it needs to be on the video screen.
Is that closed captioning for us laymen?
What
What's
is
508C?
508 compliance is ADA handicap compliance. That's all we're saying. It's everything. It's curbs. It's
So Eric, I used this last year on a flyer, and I sent 2 emails to the contact us, and for some reason it wouldn't run. I used my flip camera and uploaded it, and I'm not sure why it wouldn't run. It's probably still sitting there, and it never ran.
Okay. That'd be a Steve question.
No, no.
Yeah, if you want to,
See, that's interesting.
if you want to send me an email and let me know what the video was, I'll track it down and figure out what happened there.
Okay.
This is Barbara from Texas Show.
Yeah.
Can I ask a question? Are we talking about InstaWeb at all today, or?
No.
Why would we want to?
We're not only in the sense that we've mentioned it. There are lots of trainings for INSEWeb that are offered by INSEWeb, and I highly recommend you go to one of those. But that's a whole different class, and we have talked a little about how you can interface with, what you'll get when you click the Facebook button, or how their tweets come across automatically from INSEWeb. But other than that, we're not going to go there.
If you don't have an account, go in and establish an account for yourself, and there is a tutorial once you're in the program. So if you don't have any hands-on experience, try doing that.
You do have an account, and I'm familiar with that. I guess my question was about the interface as far as social media. Are you still promoting InstaWeb? Are we?
Absolutely.
None of this replaces INSEWeb. INSEWeb still is the platform of choice,
So you should.
in my opinion.
Yeah, it is, and we still need to drive traffic to INSEWeb, and that's what a lot of social media can be used for. A lot of these things are being able to because the INSEWeb auto Twitter is kind of weird. We're saying that there's ways for you to upload to make your own tweets about what you have on INSEWeb. But you should always be promoting and using INSEWeb, because that's where people know to go, and always will be. There are some things INSEWeb can't do, so that's why we have other tools that can do them. But absolutely, everything, all of your press releases should have links to INSEWeb. The little card that you hand out at public meetings or at the on your trap line should have INSEWeb on it. What research has shown is that people don't go to one source for information. They triangulate. They go everywhere and look for stuff, as you do. If you were looking for information on an airplane crash, you'd go to CNN, you'd go to your local station, you go all over the place, and they go all over the place. So we're just giving them more places to go, and some of them allow us to do new things we couldn't do on INSEWeb.
I don't know if anybody saw, well, there's lots of folks that looked at the Station Fire InstaWeb page, but I was really impressed with how the folks did that, because, on that InstaWeb page, there were all these hyperlinks going everywhere.
Who did that?
Yeah, I think you've had a hand in that.
Mr.
But, I thought that was one really extraordinary example of how well InstaWeb could just sort of collect hyperlinks to all these other sources and all of these outside items. And you can still go to the Station Fire InstaWeb page and click on those hyperlinks, and they take you to, like, CAL FIRE's 10 largest fires in the state. And
What's
all of that.
interesting is that InstaWeb didn't have the ability to host that, and that page is actually being hosted on Eric's home site.
Wow.
So we actually created a hyperlink. The hyperlinks we created, we had to put them somewhere so we could create the hyperlink, and that was Eric's responsibility. So when I found information that I wanted, I passed it off to Eric. Eric posted it. We shortened the URL to create the hyperlink. So it was, yeah.
So the InstaWeb page for the Station Fire was sort of a workaround or a master
We adapted some
workaround?
videos to work
Workaround.
Okay. Well, these tools give us some more options to do that.
Thank you. All right. I guess the next up is analytics.
What is that picture?
That is a picture I just shot 10 minutes ago from behind the room, behind you. It's you. So next up is analytics. Do you think we can,